thought you had a story, bro.
I did have a story. We told it, and we're gonna sell
story
it.
Up.
All right, yeah. So yeah. Story time. I actually did tell a story, and we're gonna be selling it as an NFT. It's a very interesting story. But as I transfer topics from NFT to a podcast that was just talking about NFTs, it's the Joe Budden podcast. Him and Rory were actually
talking about NFTs,
of course. But let's.
Because the Clubhouse.
It's Clubhouse.
Clubhouse is the
Clubhouse. If you're on Clubhouse, yo. You're not doing nothing, yo. No, I'm just kidding, yo. But make you move. Get on Clubhouse.
You're just bored.
You're just bored if you're not on Clubhouse, yo. Listen, the Joe Budden podcast. There's been some. You've been watching the last few episodes, and we've been talking about this off camera. Sure. Joe and Rory seem to be having quite. There's some friction there right now.
Bit of tension.
As DJ Academic said. He was really poking Rory, saying he doesn't have a voice on the podcast. And it's been interesting because in the last four or five podcasts, Rory and Joe have been having some tiffs back and forth. And the last one, they were arguing, and Joe pushed the table out and knocked everybody.
Yeah, they were arguing over like the Queen or some shit.
But you know there's beef when you're arguing over nothing.
But it could have been anything.
Yeah,
it could have been anything.
Literally, and then Joe says, "Yo, you're getting a little spicy with me," and then Rory says, "I know I can get spicy with me because I'll be all right." Now, if you read in between that comment, it's really Joe has gone independent with Patreon in a sense, and now he's doing things on his own. There's less money to go around. They did not re-up with Spotify. Rory thinks
they were with WhatsApp for a bit too.
No, fair enough, and they have Cash App. They have Cash App. They have the Cash App sponsor.
Not WhatsApp. Cash App.
But well, with them not re-ing up with Spotify, not a lot of. There's less money to go around. You can read between the lines. I think Rory thinks he should be getting more. Academic says there's lawyers tack. There's lawyers. There's apparently allegedly. Have to say allegedly. Don't want to get sued all the way up here in Canada. But there's allegedly lawyers talk. Rory wants a bit more money. Academic says he's not worth as much to that. Bit more, bro. I know. Academic says he's not as worth as much as to the podcast as he thinks he is. But this is why Rory's trying to be more vocal on the podcast in the last 5.
But over the damn Queen, it was so weird,
shut up, man. You look stupid. But at the end of the day, I will say this: you are a smart guy. In my humble opinion, but
I ain't trying to have you roll up to my house in the Kia.
Yeah, I don't want you. Yeah, seriously, seriously.
Bro.
But it's just not the time to be having this stance. You know what I mean? Just let the boys talk about mental health and get on with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and hey, if you get kicked off, me and Jeff are ready to replace you, yo. So, anyways, fuck, we'll see what happens there. I just wanted to bring it up because it's shit's a brewing, and Academics brings up some interesting points. He's apparently starting a podcast out there, so he's left. Jeff's a popular guy. Got a little Celcini call, a little answer it. Do you want to bring him on the podcast? We'll eventually bring calls on the podcast.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yo, he answered the phone call. He answered business. Right. Just like Yes Jules, never not working. But it's interesting to see. I want to see what happens there. I called the Nelk boys breaking up with Jesse and Kyle. They did break up. They run two separate shows. Read in between the lines. Oh, yeah,
because I still saw there was content coming out and
but
stuff
they're
like
two
that.
different shows now. They don't even do the same content.
What's
they don't shoot together.
Or that Patty guy
Fuck
or whatever.
that guy. But let me get this point.
No, that guy.
That guy's crazy.
Just bought a Lambo there? Was it him that bought a Lambo?
No, Steve will do it. You're thinking about Steve will do it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But I did call them breaking up, so I am going to call it the Joe Budden podcast might be breaking up with Rory leaving. It could happen. We'll see. I just wanted to bring that up. And they also were talking about NFTs. Do you want to talk about NFTs right now quickly so I can tell that we're about to do with an NFT?
What is an NFT?
Non-fungible token off a blockchain. Talking point. Don't know what that means. Tell me.
Talking point. So it's a type of currency.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, it's like if you had a Bitcoin and your token that you created was worth a Bitcoin.
Okay.
And somebody really liked it.
Yeah, but it's for art. Let's just specify this is for art.
It's for many different types of art.
I know, but it's being talked about in the art world right now.
JPEGs, friggin' videos.
That's artistry.
Content. Creation of some sort, whatever somebody values. It's so somebody can buy something with their Bitcoin that represents something that they like.
100%, and it's the original version. So Tory Lanez just dropped an NFT album, sold it. Killy, who's also another Toronto rapper, dropped an NFT album, sold it. Jim Jones took a picture of his chain off his cell phone and it sold for $5,000 US.
Well, people are making some paper right now. Nobody knows what the hell's going on.
If you don't know what an NFT is, you should go
Figure it out.
Figure it out. I give you the best explanation I could, but basically is you can make a one of something and sell it to collectors, and they can have that. And
there's marketplaces that
and when
can
they
trade
resell it, you get as artists, and it's huge for artists because when you resell it, you get a cut. So you're always making sure you're getting cuts off of your piece of art, and that's always been.
I think it's like a stock or something like that, where like you can buy it and then sell it.
No, exactly. But the owner of that NFT, the content producer of that NFT, which is very important, is always getting a cut. And this is why NFTs are so important. So let's say this, I can back this 100%. So if we made a video that I just told a story. I'm going to NFT it for $3,000. If I sell this for $3,000 to the person and he purchases the NFT, he has it, then he sells it. I get a cut off his sell, no matter what, because it's my personal property of content. It's still going around and they own it, but I made it and I get a cut off.
What's the percentage of the cut?
Don't know yet. Do not know logistics. I'm still learning with you, but I'm here to break it down. I know 100%.
From what I've
I will stand on that. I heard it on Jay Silva, I think was the artist. He was on the Joe Budden podcast. Silva, and he broke it down in a very. Because they were talking about it
it's like collectibles. Like if you bought a car,
it's a one-on-one. It's a 100%. But the artist is always gonna get cut when it's sold. 100%.
Really?
100%. Yep. This is why it's so big in the art industry.
I know there's
exactly. It's very interesting. We just experimented with a piece of content right now. Who knows? It might sell, it might not. But with that,
but it's gonna be $2,500. Yeah, whatever it is.
$3,000. I need to play a fuckload of golf this summer, and I need to break 85. It is not cheap to drive out there.
It's either that or a GoFundMe. New sticks.
I don't want to be.
The kids need new sticks.
I do need new sticks. Don't need a new bag because I always use my dad's old golf bag for good luck. Wow. But, bro, I need to buy new Sunday Reds. I look so good. Anyways, whatever. Don't get me started. It's really good.
He's wavy in golf
gear on the golf course, and everyone's like, "What? What?" Anyways, we'll move on. We're gonna be talking about the Finesse finance channel that just started, and the Finesse gaming channel is almost at 400 followers in 32 days. So we're gonna be talking about that next. Check us out.